Okay, so we got the guitar here. I've put some damp paper towels inside of a layer, folded up layer of aluminum foil, taped it in place so that we won't melt our finish. And I'm going to apply heat to the fretboard area and see if we can't loosen that glue up to pull this neck up. Uh-oh, we got to get some juice going. So the lift has begun. I'm able to get a razor under there. See if I can get a little more. And you should take the strings off during this process. That's just me not wanting to buy another set of strings. There we go. What's going to happen is my tools are going to get too hot to touch here, but we're going to forge on the best we can. Glue has been attached for years. We got to loosen him up, make it want to come on off. This guitar is a late 60s, I believe. There we go. Getting a little bit of lift. We're getting closer, but something right in this area has got it caught pretty good. I got lift all the way around this perimeter, but it's still caught good right there. So just a little more finagling, I believe we'll have it off. All right, we've gotten good penetration now. We're ready. Okay. Moment of truth here, see if we burned our finish up. I think we're fine everywhere. We got a loose neck. Okay. All right. And that is how you take a neck off an acoustic guitar. Okay, so we have a poplar neck, as you may can tell, and a poplar neck block, but the fretboard is rosewood, and this is a birch plywood top, where rosewood is known to be oily and sometimes difficult to glue because of the high oil content. So you may can see, I hope you can anyway, these scores where they scratch these scores in here. They scored the top so that the glue would have more to attach to. Basically, a rougher surface will give a better glue joint when you have a oily rosewood to deal with. So sometimes when you use Coca-Cola or a really oily rosewood, you will score the surface with something like an 80 grit sandpaper. It looks like they took some sort of scraper here and gouged this surface out so they could get a better glue penetration, but they have basically no glue in the dovetail. And so the neck had come unset because of the 12 strings pulling on it. It was pulling up like this. And it's because they didn't have any glue in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue this dovetail back up really good with some tight bond too. Get it clamped and get a tight bond on here as well. And we're gonna reset this neck. And hopefully it'll be good as new. So the body is come unlaminated right here a little bit. Got some movement. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna force a little super glue down in it. Try to get us some good contact. And then once I mash it down flat, I'm going to spray this accelerator in it to dry that super glue up. And that should do it in just a few seconds. There you go. See it changing to white as it cures. One interesting thing before I reset this neck, I've noticed that the guitar was painted and the neck was painted separately before attaching. So we have paint under the fretboard here and paint inside the dovetail, and there's paint hidden behind the neck set. So they painted them separately and then put them together. That's neat. I've never seen it done that specific way. In the past, we've painted the guitars with the neck already installed. So that's just something unusual that they were doing at that particular factory. Kind of a neat little detail. Okay, so I've test fitted the neck, got it right where it sits down the way we want it to. I got my 12-inch radius block so I can clamp with even pressure across those frets. And that's really what I want to do. I don't want to clamp down right here and torque the neck. I want to clamp evenly. And so I got this block that is shaped with the same contour as those frets. So we're going to apply the tight bond too. Let's see here. Get a good application. It's been a 12 string. It's going to have a lot of pressure on it. Make sure we get good, thorough application here of the glue. A lot of times when gluing rosewood, people will choose to use an epoxy style glue. I have good results with tight bond too, so I still use it. A little bit more there. I like to put glue on both surfaces. This poplar here is really super dry because of its age, and it's super porous. So it's going to soak up a lot of glue. All right, we're ready to put this sucker on there. Just a little bit more there. You want to have a little bit of glue squeeze out when you clamp it down. That way you know you got good coverage. So if you don't have enough on there to squeeze out when you clamp it, then your coverage is not good enough. I always keep some wet paper towels for your glue cleanup there. All right, here we go. This is why you take the strings off when you reset a neck. But I always do things the hard way. All right, here we go. Got that square there. Let's put this clamp on here. Take this baby doll inside there. Let's make sure we're still square. I want to clamp him on crooked. That'd be a disaster. All right, here we go. All right, we've started applying pressure. I'm going to check for squareness several different ways and check all my gaps and see if I can find another way to put a clamp or two on there. Okay, so I found a way to get a couple of clamps on here, and we got some glue squeeze out. Just a little bit right there. Got it coming out right there. So we know that we have a good contact, good clamp there. So I'm going to take a little wet, dampened paper towel and clean up that squeeze out. And just making sure that we do everything as best as we can. As you can probably realize, even though it's a 1960s guitar, it is not of high value. This is a very inexpensive instrument. Not very sought after, not very valuable, but always take as good as care as you can to do the best repair possible. That way, when you get that 1962 Gibson J45 in here, you'll have experience doing it the right way, and you won't have to be learning and making costly mistakes. You make those costly mistakes on inexpensive guitars so it doesn't break your heart when you mess something up. So always do the best repair you can, no matter how valuable the guitar is.